we rolled it out has saved us over $400,000. FMSI has kind of given us the tools to better understand the flow of our customers through our branches. It's allowed us to have employees at our branch when our customers are coming in. Beforehand, we just kind of have stuck our thumb in the wind and kind of said, let's kind of schedule and staff this way. Now we put our employees in place when our customers are there, and it's allowed us to go from a 5% part-time workforce to almost a 30% part-time workforce. Kind of like I said earlier, our biggest struggle was really not understanding the flow of our customers. When they're coming into the branches, when they weren't, staffing was a challenge because we kind of just guessed based upon the total transactions, not actually when the transactions were occurring. By being able to use FMSI to understand that, we really have a better staffing, we're more efficient, and the scheduling tool really allows us to put the employees there when the customers are there. Nothing significant. Initially out of the gate, we had some impacts with our employees more than probably with our customers. Just getting them to retrain the idea that I'm not going to be working from 8 to 8 or 8 to 5 every day, but I might come in at 10 and work to 5 today. But the customers really haven't seen an impact at all. If anything, they've seen that we have employees there when they're there, and we don't have employees just standing around waiting for a customer to come in, and we'll be able to be more efficient and provide a quicker service and turn time. It's been a challenge out of the gate. Anytime you put a new system in place or you put a new process in place, it takes a while for them to adapt and change to it. Once they begin to use the system and understand the system, they get real excited about it. We had a branch manager who had one of the largest staffs in our market, up in our Jefferson City market, who didn't use the system immediately, but as soon as she started plugging it all in and generating a schedule, she realized that not only did it work better for her customers, but that her staff liked it as well. Getting them to buy into the system was real important for us, showing them the value of it, and now that they understand the value of it, the employees have embraced it and are using it pretty consistently across the board. We actually just rolled out the incentive plan system that FMSI provides. We had initially decided to roll out a referral incentive program, but after looking at the FMSI program, we really decided that efficiency model of how many transactions can I run in a specific amount of time really could benefit us greatly. Some folks had concerns about, was it really going to impact our customer service? We really felt like it wasn't, and we've seen examples already where it's not. When we rolled the program out, we talked about the fact that if you provide great customer service to a customer and you wow them with your experience, they're going to want to wait to see you tomorrow when they come in, which is going to allow you to provide more service and get more transactions. It also allows them to possibly make referrals more. So we have two incentive plans. We've got the efficiency plan, and then we've also got this referral plan out there. One of the nice benefits that we've seen that we really weren't expecting was that as employees have retired or moved on or been terminated from the bank, we have tellers now saying, hey, we don't need to replace this person because I think I can run more transactions, which means that they get to make more money because they're getting paid per transactions. And our customers haven't seen an impact in the sense that they're not getting good service because our employees are actually providing better service because they really want those customers to come back and see them. And we actually have tellers now that are saying, hey, I want to work in this window or that drive-through because I can see more people and wait on more people, versus, hey, can I find the window where I get the least amount of transactions? It's probably been the biggest challenge for us. We're not a bank that runs an enormous amount of transactions. So we've begun to really look at the idle time. We really haven't used it a ton today, but we're beginning to look at the idle time and see when our tellers are idle most. We've got a new head of human resources called Human Capital that's really starting to look at the training needs that our field has and how we can be more efficient and create a better sales environment. And we'll begin to use that idle time to do training. We've acquired a new CBT system through BAI that will allow us to do more CBT training, and we'll use a lot of that idle time to push out training for tellers to use. And during that time, they'll use that idle time to do sales training or do product training or do efficiency training. We also obviously use that idle time for scheduling purposes to do tasks that are assigned within the branch. And we have a few branches right now that are using the idle time to make outbound calls for sales leads. Absolutely. I will tell you that we probably got a full return within about 3 or 4 months. We actually flipped the system on and started using it without telling the branches for about 4 months, just to really kind of understand the flow ourselves before we introduced it to them. But in that period of time, as people resigned or moved on or were terminated, we were able to use that data to kind of readjust and shift people from one place to another. Once we turned the system on and we actually restaffed and reorganized all of our branches, we covered the expense almost 4 times over immediately once we implemented it fully out. But we paid for the system within the first 4 months. Absolutely. If you want a tool that will give you the metrics to help you better understand your customer flow, your cost per transaction, all the labor costs, benefit costs, everything into that transaction cost, you want a scheduling tool that gets your employees at the branch when your customers are there and saves you this added expense of having people stand around and not be productive or active, it's a phenomenal tool. Our ability to use this tool the way that rolled it out has saved us over $400,000, and we were able to reduce our full-time staff and increase our part-time staff from 5% to almost 30%. It's been a great tool for us. We're going to continue to use it the way we are, and the scheduling tool is getting used more and more every single day, and our employees are really beginning to understand the value behind it.